Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me in another swashbuckling episode of Groovy Van Picker. Well, today's episode, I made the normal rounds. Found a few things. Even Savers wasn't too bad. I found this, like a video game kind of thing, for $10. Then I found a whole bunch of smalls over at Goodwill troughs. The main store, not so great. Anyway, come on and join me in my adventures. Okay, well today, my first stop is going to be a cup. UCP. Okay. It's one of those. Made in China. 100. It's already been here for 3 months and we bought it. Surprise, surprise. A stud sensor. Let's see. Oh yeah, it works. Christmas lights in a wine bottle. Well, there's a market for that. There's somebody uses a swap meet, but not for that kind of money. Savers has today. Okay. See if they got anything decent. A $10 disco ball. Okay. Yeah, you're out of their minds. This could be interesting. Okay, well, comps are not there. It's like 20 to 30 bucks for one still in the box. Never mind. Yeah, that's about retail. Oh joy, wine bottles with bows. There's something no house should be without. And judging by the prices, I can tell you who drank all that booze. $10. Okay, so it's $10, and the comps look acceptable. I'll get it. Okay, toy aisle looks kind of dull unless you want like a it's worth a look. Okay, looks like the bags oh shit are just that, bags oh shit. Okay, Goodwill. That's what they got in the Goodwill troughs. The blockers are out in full force today. Snowboards. That's kind of groovy. Yeah. Tackle box. Yeah, this is the regular store. See what they got. Yeah. Still got it looking stupid. Garbage. Okay. Well, as you can see, I found a few interesting little items at the different stores today. Nothing heavy, but you know, still good enough to make a few bucks on. One of the first things that I saw was, go ahead and take a look. This Arcadia electronic skeet shoot was one of the first things that I saw today over at Savers. Yeah, and the comps on those were actually pretty decent. As you can see here, the comps weren't too bad, 40, 50, some of them a little less. You know, there's even a couple, there's one for 100. But yeah, there's one for 30. It's kind of a wild card. But for $10, you know, I'll take the risk. And then, when I was over at Goodwill, I had like a whole bag of interesting little whatnots and tchotchkes, little nickel and dime stuff. This kind of stuff here, I used to get like $1 or $2 a piece out of it. There's a Groovy Jack Daniels guitar-shaped bottle opener. This was kind of interesting too. Found this little tiny pin, which it says on it, Army Corps of Engineers. And that's kind of interesting. I can get a couple of bucks out of that. I'm going to test it to see what it's made out of. I don't think it's gold, but who knows? And when was the last time you saw Camel? Speed skating. When they advertised cigarettes was sports. I'm surprised the Gestapo doesn't come in and confiscate that from me now. You know, the anti-smokers who want to tell everybody else how to live. But the thing is a lot of smalls. And that's what I like selling at the swap meet, is smaller items like that. Because, for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm not getting any younger. So, moving stuff around is a lot easier when it's small. So what I do with my swap meets, next time I go to one, I will take some video of it. But, you know, swap meet season is coming up pretty soon. But one of the things that I do at the swap meets is I sell smaller items. I try to keep most of my stuff smaller than my fist. And I put them in these little bins. I set them out on the table, or I put them in binders, or I put them in little small boxes or whatever, display cases, and shadow boxes, and let my customers pick through it. And at the swap meet, you're allowed usually like what, a 20 by 20 space. So you want to get as many items, as many dollars as you can in that little 20 by 20 space. Which is why I don't mess with furniture, because a couch you might get, what, $20 out of, and the thing takes, what, 7 by 5 feet? And most of your space there. For a $20 bill, when I could probably piece all this out for $40, $50. And what room does that take? You know, not even my front seat. And so that is one of the reasons why I prefer the smalls at the swap meets. And I remember this one swap meet I used to sell at. When I first started, I was selling like total garbage. And then I got talked into buying like old TV sets and VCs that just didn't sell. But then I started getting into smaller stuff and some more interesting items like antiques and stuff. One of the other vendors got kind of pissed off at me. So I said, oh, this isn't the kind of stuff you sell. It is now. Well, just go back to something. Just leave the antiques to me. Whatever, asshole. But yeah, he was one of those kind of people trying to tell me I should go back to selling dishes and VCRs and leave the antiques to him. It's like, no, there's enough room for everybody in this place. And so I'm going to sell what I find is profitable. I don't care if somebody else gets upset. And a lot of people at the swap meets actually feel that way too, that if you're selling stuff that they sell, that you're stepping on their toes and only they have a right to sell it and blah, blah, blah. No, that is not the truth. You and me can sell anything that is within the law and within the rules of the swap meet. And so anytime somebody tries to give you that load of crap of only they're allowed to sell certain things and nobody else is, well, I think I'll show them the finger with my bottle opener, or show them the finger with my eagle ring. Yes. So anyway, that is my haul for today and my little thing about swap meets. So I'm going to start getting into swap meets now. It's starting to get warmer. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Late.